I did not expect the reaction that this reel got on Instagram, but it's been kind of funny, so I can't wait to tell you all about it. Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today I am going to tell you about this hilarious experience that I have had on Instagram lately. If you are newer-ish to my channel, you might have noticed that I had to shut the comments off on some of my reels, and what I did was I didn't shut the comments completely off. So if you're my friend on Instagram, then you can comment on my things, but anybody who does not follow me cannot comment on my stuff anymore. I have never had to do this on social media, like ever. And honestly, like, the arguments were so silly that it wasn't even worth my time. And some of them were honestly a little bit abusive. Like, some of the comments were actually a little abusive and threatening. Boy, I did not expect that. Like, I did not expect it. So let's talk about what the reel was. So I posted a reel. I haven't posted an Instagram reel in what feels like probably a year, but I decided to just post like this, like on a whim. It was just like a whim type of thing that I did. I just posted this reel that was my favorite resources from Generations. That's it. That's all it was, because everything was on sale, and I was like, I'll post my favorites. So I posted my favorites. This is what was in there. The God and Government one. This is all stuff that y'all have seen on here like 500 times. The God Made Life, middle grade science. Taking Europe for Jesus. How Jesus Built His Church, which is church history, and then our American history textbook. My goodness, this thing is heavy. The America in God's Providence. And the titles of these books, I don't know how this happened, but somehow these books, or this reel, made it into the feed of a bunch of atheists. And they saw the titles of these books and just had a field day. Like, you could tell I made them really mad. That wasn't my intention. I was just meaning to share it with you guys. You know, you guys are my friends, and you know, I share like my favorite resources with you guys. It's like literally what my channel is about. My face wasn't in the video. There was no talking over the video. It was literally just me going through and just showing the titles of the books. That was literally it. It's been shared almost 700 times as of right now. When y'all see this, I don't even know how many times it's going to be shared. Funny enough, it had been shared 665 times the last time I checked it a couple days ago, and I was like, hey, look, one more and it'll be 666. I didn't realize that a stack of books can make somebody so angry. It's weird, y'all. It's weird. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that Generations is having the biggest sale of the spring right now. So let's take a look at the sale details. So I'll let you know when, where, how much, and I'm going to show it to you on a slide so you can take a screenshot if you need to, or whatever you need to do. I will also have the links down below to the sale, so you can go straight from this video to the sale page and you can get everything that you need for the following year. Now, one thing that I always recommend that you do during the sales, so because everybody always asks me, a lot of people ask me during the sales, what do you recommend getting? Personally, I always buy the grade packs. So they have the curriculum packs where it's like you can click on whatever grade your child is in and grab everything for that grade. So that's what I typically like to do each year. And see, if you're like me, you're a sale buying type of person. I always buy during the sales because that is when I can save the most money because I have multiple kids. And it also helps because I can kind of get a good idea of what we're going to do in the fall, in the next year. I like to buy during the springtime. I don't typically buy in the fall. I usually buy in the spring. So this is when I buy curriculum personally. I haven't decided what I'm going to get yet, but if you need suggestions, this stack is my favorite. These are all my favorite resources. If you have middle schoolers, I love the God Made Life science book. This is such a fun book to read. If you have older kids, definitely the How Jesus Built His Church. Love this one. This one has been a great one for even me and my husband as adults going through church history. This one is a great one to get. And then, of course, for history, elementary through middle school, the Taking the Nations for Jesus series. So like every grade or every level is a different nation, and this one is Taking Europe for Jesus. We loved this one. This one was fantastic. I wanted to show you that. Also, they have new curriculum on their website. I'm going to tell you, I got my list here. I have new curriculum releases from Generations. So we have the God Made Me textbook. A lot of these are pre-order. They'll be shipping in July. So this one is a science book, 3rd grade science. It's called God Made Me. And you get a workbook and a textbook with that one. They also have a new catechism. I really want the catechism, but it looks a little bit too young for my kids. This one is Teach Me the Faith, and it is a little catechism book. So the next thing they have is Math 2. Everybody's been asking about math. They finally added Math 2, so Math 2 is available. So that's probably 2nd grade, I'm guessing. And then they also, and this is another one that I might be getting, the Great Christian Classics. So we have a couple of their Great Christian Classics textbooks. I have the red one. This one is blue, and this one looks like it's probably high school literature credit. It looks like a 1-credit course. And yeah, grades 10 through 12. And yeah, this one has a lot of works in it that I've been wanting to read. So I might have my youngest go through this when he is in high school. My oldest is phasing out of homeschooling, and he's going into dual enrollment for several courses, so he probably won't be able to take this one with us next year, but I still have one more kid left, so he might be getting that one. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Super excited about that. So they do have some brand new curriculum on their website. If you don't have that, if you need some, go and get it. I'm also going to post the sale details here for you too, so you can get all the details on the sale coming up here. I'm so excited. Another thing I like to buy is the hardback literature books. So I have some of them right here. What I've been doing is I've been collecting these, and I read these. Like, I personally read these. And these are old classic Christian literature books. And I love these books because these are like forgotten tales a lot of times. I have never heard of many of these titles. They have some that pretty much everybody knows, like Swiss Family Robinson and things like that, Robinson Crusoe. But they also have ones like John Bunyan's The Holy War. I did not know that he wrote another work besides The Pilgrim's Progress, but they have The Holy War by him. So this one is our Robinson Crusoe. We have Fox's Book of Martyrs. I want to say probably about 12 to 15 of them. I have a couple more that I need to get to round out our collection, and they have released several more over the last year or two. So when they release more, I get those. Stepping Heavenward is my favorite one. Stepping Heavenward and Fox's Book of Martyrs are my 2 favorite out of the entire literature collection. Highly recommend both of those. Stepping Heavenward, highly, highly, highly recommend for your girls, whether it's a read aloud, whether you give it to your teen girl as an independent reader. You want to give that one as a gift. And read it for yourself. It is very edifying. I absolutely love that book. I had never read it before, never heard of it. I was so happy I got it. It was one of those just like, it changes your walk with Christ type of book. There are times where you laugh, there are times where you cry. It's just, you really see God's providence through the whole thing. You see his sovereignty through the whole thing, and you see just the way that this young woman really not only just comes to Christ, but you see her growing in Christ through the whole thing. You see the whole sanctification process from her younger years to her older years. And you see the heartache she goes through, you see the good times, the bad times, all of that. And it's really just it's like it's her diary entries from the time she could write until the time she almost passes away. It's such a good book. Such a good book. I love it. I recommend it to every young woman, every woman of every age. I recommend that book too, just like Anne of Green Gables. I mean, you just have to read it. So that's my recommendations. You guys got the sale information. I will post it down below. If you are not on my email list, that is where you're typically going to find out about the sales first. And I will put the information for my email list down below in the description box as well. I like to send out sale information that way because I feel like it's the best way to let you guys know whenever I find a cool sale, and I can give it to you directly in your inbox and give you reminders before it's over, just in case, because if you're anything like me, sometimes you forget until like the last minute, and sometimes you miss it entirely because you meant to do that thing and then you forgot, and then it's over and then you feel like, oh, I missed it. So I will put all that information down below. But thanks for hanging out with me today. That's all I got. Thanks for laughing at people with me. I feel like sometimes we just need to laugh at situations, and this was definitely one of those situations that my husband and I have definitely had quite a few giggles about. Like, they think that they're bothering me, but it's really funny. It's one of those things that, like, when you're on the internet and when you post things on the internet, you have to learn how to have thicker skin. And, you know, usually things don't bother me. Most of the time, things just make me laugh. Like, when people get angry over silly things, it just makes me laugh. So I wanted to have you guys laugh with me because this was just hilarious. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.